All right, welcome back. Now I want people to pile on into the room. I usually get started right away, but I need people to get in here because we are about to have a serious discussion.
And only on 11, Fox 11. And only on 11, Fox 11, we are hearing from that neighbor who tried to do what he could.
Excuse me, sir. Come on in here. We have a few stories to deal with today. I'm going to deal with first this man being attacked for 10 minutes. Now, this was a neighbor's dog. A pit bull, of course. A neighbor's dog. I guess this took place in California, right? That's the Los Angeles skyline, right? So the man didn't shoot him. Apparently, they have strict gun laws in California. Now, I thought in every state, if, somebody's being attacked by a pit bull, you can pull out and blast. That should be the law, but look, if anybody out there have the time, please let us know. I really don't have time to look it up right now. But we're going to deal with some serious stuff today. Because everybody, y'all need to understand. A lot of y'all tune in because you want to laugh. And I get it. They're not laughing at me. Dog lovers themselves are funny. All you have to do is articulate what they do. And it's funny. But I think most of you understand that this is a massive agenda. A massive agenda. And I'm going to try to put it simply. The idea is to value the life of dogs above the life of humans. That's number one. Dog life is more valuable. It's more valuable than the life of, I guess that's all a part of some witchcraft. Or I guess if you worship something, you put it above yourself. And of course, historically, they've always sacrificed animals and stuff. So they got a thing with animals. Look, I'm not a part of a cult. I don't understand it. But this is what's going on. Okay, that's one. Now, number two is scary. Number two is scary. Dog life above all human life, regardless of your age. And on top of that, your offspring, your youngsters, their life is beneath the dog's and yours. Their life is devalued beneath human life of all ages. Age 14 and up, they are above. Their life is more valued than those 13 and under. This is what the math says. Okay, not me. It's not my opinion. It's not my theory. This is what y'all are doing. Now, with that in mind, let's get into this video that surfaced a few hours ago, maybe a day by now, where a man was attacked by his neighbor's pit bull.
And only on 11, Fox 11, we are hearing from that neighbor who tried to do what he could to stop the nearly 10-minute-long dog attack. Fox 11's Matthew Seedorf live in Simi Valley. Matthew, how's that victim doing tonight?
Yeah, this was intense. When we saw him today, he was clearly shaken up. His arm was in a cast, but he's so shaken up that he didn't want to speak with us on camera. But clearly, he and his neighbors want something done. New disturbing surveillance video of a vicious dog attack in Simi Valley.
Want me to shoot one? Hey, you want me to shoot one?
A man on the ground off Windmill Way Thursday evening trying to protect his own dog while getting thrashed by a neighbor's pit bull.
I haven't slept since this happened. I'm in fear of even coming outside of here.
Watch James Collis witnessing the dog sink its teeth into his neighbor's arm. With a gun behind his back, he tries hitting the dog and making noise. But nothing works for almost 10 minutes.
It looked like he hit the man's leg. Am I seeing things?
Tries hitting the dog and making noise. But nothing works for almost 10 minutes.
He missed the whole dog. How you walk up, swing a broomstick, and hit the ground twice? How you do that? Somebody explain that to me. You walking up in this goofy way, right? With a gun behind your back, one arm, a broom in the other hand, a whole dog is right there. You swing twice and miss.
With a gun behind his back, he tries hitting the dog and making noise.
Hitting the ground. Why is he doing that? This is important. This is not a joke. This is not sarcasm. This is important. Why is he doing that? Because he's scared. If your plan is to whack the dog with the broom instead of shooting it, you know how to close distance. You know, I don't want to hear nothing. You can't do that by mistake. Nothing that you want to hit with a stick this as big as a dog. You're not going to miss twice. He's scared. You can't make this up. Young people, pay close attention to how afraid adults are. And this is a whole musty man. A grown man. Supposed to be the man who's most fit to protect you from these things. Scared to death. This is dangerous.
Nothing works for almost 10 minutes when police finally arrive.
Just keep going and hitting the other human who's subsequently in a cast now. He had to be taken out on ambulance.
One man injured, his own dog also severely hurt.
We know it's aggressive.
Another neighbor sharing this photo of the pit bull they claim to be responsible for the attack, but Animal Services didn't take it.
Animal control.
Listen to this.
Said that they are over capacity and they're leaving this dog here. And so us as a community feel we've exhausted our resources and we are in fear and danger that this dog is going to be roaming around again.
According to Vince.
Look, 140% capacity. So Animal Control said, hey, go look at our website. We explain it all on our website. 140% capacity. We leaving this dog here. This dog that just tortured this man for 10 minutes. Now, this joker came up with a gun saying, you want me to shoot it? Nah, I want you to just let it keep stabbing me. And why didn't the man answer and say, yeah? Why didn't he say, yeah, shoot it? I didn't hear him say yes or shoot it. He's screaming. The victim was screaming. If you can scream, you can talk. Say shoot it. Why didn't he say that? He didn't want him to shoot it. Did you hear what he kept? He kept saying help. So what he wanted him to do is come over there and risk himself as well and wrestle with dogs. Wrestle with pit bulls this in attack mode. It's a sacrifice. Sacrifice yourself too. Sacrifice. It's all about sacrifice. That's all dog culture is about. Especially the bigger the dog, the more deadly the dog, the more it's all about sacrifice. No matter if the dog is attacking you or not, you're sacrificing yourself by exposing yourself to an attack. Stupid.
His teeth into his neighbor's arm. With a gun behind his back, he tries hitting the dog and making noise.
The guy being attacked, why wasn't he begging him to shoot? You remember the black guy who was being attacked? It was like, shoot the motherfucking police. excuse my French. But that's what he said. He was begging him to shoot it. Begging him to shoot. What's wrong with this, guys? Can he not talk? Is this a thing? I don't know. Is it a thing for some people who are in pain? And I would imagine his adrenaline is high. He don't really feel that much. Shoot it. Shoot it, man. Shoot it. What you doing? Any bite could be a death bite. Puncture, arteries, you got them all over your body. You want me to shoot it? Oh, no, just come wrestle with it with me. Come try to pry it. What did he expect the man to do? If you're being attacked by a dog, the one thing you want is somebody there who can help. He got a gun and a stick. Now, it's crazy that the attack victim wasn't asking for help or telling them to shoot it. And it's crazy that the guy didn't take it upon himself to shoot it. Instead, got a broomstick, missed the dog. His plan was to hit it. Missed it twice, hit the ground on purpose. This is all over the place.
But nothing works for almost 10 minutes when police finally arrive.
Just keep going and hitting the other human who's subsequently in a cat.
Notice how animal control said we're leaving this dog here as if we don't care. Why aren't y'all euthanizing those dogs? You shouldn't be over capacity. Isn't this a reason to euthanize dogs? Like if you full and you got killer dogs still out there in society, look, they have exhausted their right to exist. They're in there because they're violent anyway. Why couldn't y'all just take the dog somewhere and euthanize it? Delete it. Y'all should be paid to just bury these things if you have to on the spot. This is madness. It's a dog worshiping society, and it's at our expense. But it don't matter to people. They don't value their life anyway. People today, in today's world, just goofy like that.
Now, got to be taken out on ambulance.
One man injured, his own dog also severely hurt.
We know it's aggressive.
Another neighbor sharing this photo of the pit bull they claim to be responsible for the attack, but Animal Services didn't take it.
Animal control said that they are over capacity and they're leaving this dog here. And so us as a community feel we've exhausted our resources and we are in fear and danger that this dog is going to be roaming around again.
According to Ventura County Animal Services website, they have unprecedented overcrowding, currently at 140% capacity.
Our government's not doing anything, our city's not doing anything. So what am I supposed to do as a citizen?
It's 3 adults around. One of them is yelling at the dog saying, get off. Maybe she smacked it. Okay. Maybe she smacked it. But the attack is still going on. You got 3 adults. One guy with a gun.
This video now haunting a community
This is all they'll do. If the dog attacks you, this is all the adults are going to do. What do you think they're going to do if you get attacked? Young people, they're scared of the thing. These are not pets. Do not go around them. Do not do that.
Another attack could happen with that dog still here.
As soon as we see it again,
She said, get off him. She walked up, smacked it. I guess she smacked it. Said, get off. That didn't work. She backed up and walked away. There you go. Some good supervision is going to do. Huh?
we could be victims. So I truly believe that either it's going to attack one of us or something else bad is going to
It already has. That was your neighbor. It's already attacked one of you. Just wasn't you. Lord.
happen.
10 minutes, huh?
And we did hear back from Animal Services tonight, who essentially says they can't comment because of the ongoing investigation. Reporting live.
Really? Now, in the comment section, most people are saying that he didn't shoot it because he'd probably be in jail. Really? Really? The comment section is replete with comments saying, oh, he would have got arrested. Really? Is California really that bad? It's crazy. These things are taking over. They're taking over the country. Y'all, such madness. And this is like, falls in line with drill rap, a strong culture of devaluing human life. Madness. Y'all completely lost y'all's minds. I'm talking to the world. Y'all completely lost your minds. That's what it is. That's what it is.
And now to an horrific case of child abuse behind the death of an Oakland County 6-year-old. Tonight, the prosecutor is revealing the trauma Giovanni Jennings endured and the lies she says a couple of adults used to try covering it up.
The boy's mother, Elena Jennings, and her boyfriend are each charged with murder and child abuse for what the prosecutor says happened inside a home in Madison Heights. Will Jones is live with what was revealed today. Will.
Kimberly and Demond Wood, what Giovanni Jennings allegedly endured is simply heartbreaking. I can't tell you how difficult it was to hear them detail some of these incidents that happened to this boy. Oakland County prosecutor Karen McDonald called it one of the worst child abuse cases that she's ever seen. So here's what we know. Investigators say 6-year-old Giovanni Chulu Jennings died from blunt force trauma to his abdomen and a perforated bowel after a lengthy period of confinement and abuse at a home in Madison Heights. They say Giovanni was bound to the wall by using a staple gun to his clothes, forcing his face into a corner. Investigators also allege the abuse included being shot with a BB gun. They say the boy's 2 younger siblings witnessed the abuse. His mom, Elena Jennings, and her boyfriend, Daniel Giacchina, are now charged with murder and first-degree child abuse. That's in addition to charges of lying to peace officer, which was filed last week. Investigators say the couple tried to blame the abuse on the boy's biological father after mom called 911 July 30th saying her son was unconscious. Investigators say Giacchino was responsible for the abuse, but mom was aware of it and even at times encouraged it. The couple allegedly shared laughs over the boy living a nightmare.
Both Jennings and Giacchino laughed about the photo and Giacchino's use of the staple gun to solve, quote, the problem. According to the text, Chula was being punished in this manner for looking out the window in the pen area.
In the pen area? Dog pen? You see that? She got muted after she said that.
Boy living a nightmare.
Both Jennings and Giacchino laughed about the photo and Giacchino's use of the staple gun to solve, quote, the problem. According to the text, Chula was being punished in this manner for looking out the window in the pen area.
The couple was arraigned this morning and they were denied bond. Coming up at 6, we're going to talk to the boy's stepfather. He is devastated after hearing what happened today and some of those details. He had no idea that this was going on. So we're going to go into a little more detail about their relationship and his reaction to those charges. But for right now,
What pen area? Dog pen? I'm going to try to keep up with the case. It wouldn't surprise me. Oh, you're looking out the window in the dog pen area. They stapled him to the wall by his clothes with a staple gun and shot him with a BB gun. So, again, those 13 and under are valued less than everybody else. Dog above everybody else. It's very strange. It's a weird setup, how they got this set up. But over, some 65% of households have dogs. This is the majority of the population. Now, a lot of dog lovers, I don't group the owners of real small dogs in the same way as I do with the owners of vicious bully breeds, large killer dogs. I believe these are, let me say, the owners of small dogs who refuse to go around large, massive killer dogs. Because some of those owners of small dogs are still welcoming of the bully breeds and the killer mutts. But there's a group of dog lovers who are totally against large dogs. Those people are a little more sane. They're a little more sane. So I can't say that they are in this group. But the owners of these large, vicious dogs, the dog is above all humans, regardless of age. Regardless of age. But the youngster, it's very strange. Their youngster is always valued. It's structured in the experts' rhetoric. Where else are cops, doctors, other professionals going to get information about dogs? There's nowhere else to go but the so-called experts. What do they all say? They all say attacks on those 13 and under are provoked. So it's a rule. 13 and under always assume it was provoked. Those dogs always get off. But this dog, I guess, would have been taken in had they had room in the Why not just euthanize them? So somebody else could get attacked. So at our expense, the dog stays in the community. What you think it's going to do? Wait a minute. It just tasted blood, right? Isn't that the thing? If it tastes blood, those are the worst, like the worst possible dogs on the planet. And this dog was able to maul for over 10 minutes. So it's not even scared away from launching attacks. It's not like it got shot and started yelping and ran off. Then it might be traumatized. Now it's emboldened. Launched the attack. Nothing happened, but, it eventually ceased attack. Okay, the world, the country is lost their minds, and they don't care. Don't care. Where's the pushback against this? It's not enough. Whatever you can talk about. I know you got your Allie, Beth Stuckey, and all these journalists and media outlets. All they run their mouth. Nothing seriously happening. The world is still going in the direction it is going. You see? Plum lost their minds. Everyone. Let's talk about that. Forget about my name. Y'all. I hate dogs. How dare you say that? No, you need to be worried about this crazy world you're living in. Yeah, think about my name. Think about why I would say that. And listen. No, let me explain and listen. Boy, oh boy. Y'all need to snap out of it. Everybody.
A family is speaking out after their small dog was killed in a horrific dog attack over the long weekend at Stanley Park. As CTV's Kevin Chirac reports.
Now, wait a minute. That story, that just surfaced 21 hours ago. That wasn't a random story. So I'm talking about today. Today, there's a lot of stories like this, a lot of reports like this. This type of stuff get reported all the time. If you ask me, in my opinion, Most of these reports you see of dogs being found injured are in self-defense. Those are self-defense wounds. Just like you saw that man pretended to walk up with a stick. Well, some people actually will whack it with a stick. Get close enough, whack it with something, machete or something. Then y'all finally say, oh, dog abuse. Look at that. Just pay close attention. What is that? It's deifying dogs and putting them above us. Always giving the dog the benefit of the doubt that it wasn't launching an attack. With the statistics as crazy as they are right now, how is that possible? Madness. Boy, y'all driving me crazy just being crazy the way y'all are.
A family is speaking out after their small dog was killed in a horrific dog attack over the long weekend at Stanley Park. As CTV's Kevin Chirac reports, many people are now urging the attacking dog's owner to come forward and take responsibility for what happened. And a warning, some of the content in this story is disturbing.
A terrifying scene at Second Beach in Stanley Park Monday afternoon.
This large dog just literally out of nowhere, off leash, came bolting in between my daughter and myself.
The family's 5-pound Maltipoo Sky brutally attacked.
It was absolutely horrific. The large dog had the little dog's entire abdomen in its jaw.
Family members and bystanders desperately try to intervene.
And my hands were just in there prying and prying. It just literally did not even move.
Now, people, this is what they sometimes do with your youngsters on sight. Because, look, sometimes they just see a small living figure and the trigger is instant. That's a fact. That's not a pet. Under no conditions, under no circumstances. That's why some of these trainers offer courses, classes, specialized training to train that instinct out of them. Basically, and of course, the course, all it is desensitizing, making the dog sit in front of a youngster and restrain it, not allow it to attack the young. It's crazy. I showed the video several times. That's all they do. What happens when it's not on a leash? Just because it ceases trying to attack while it's on a leash, I don't even care if you drop it. You're always there. What happens when you're not there? That's the problem. There's no way for these things to coexist with people safely. It's impossible. Lord.
After several frantic minutes, the larger dog releases Sky.
You're leaving right now! Back here! This is what they do with people when people are attacked. This is why I think, I give sort of a pass to dog lovers who are against large killer breeds. At that point, it's just a hygiene issue, and it is still a physical threat to infants, which is why, it's pretty much equally as bad. But it's only limited to that case. Those dogs are not going to kill a human. So, there's like some mandatory leniency there. But this is what they do when people are attacked, when your family attacked. They dart off. And what do you know? Another soccer mom who probably raised it with hugs and kisses, huh? Should we assume that she abused it? Like the experts assume? It's the experts who assume that, not me. Y'all know how easy it is to get lies going about me. What's going on here?
Releases Sky.
You're leaving right now! Back here!
Harmony Hemmelgarn took this video chasing down the suspected owner who fled the scene.
They're responsible for the dog's behavior and extremely disrespectful.
AJ and Andrea rushed to the nearest vet, driven by a Good Samaritan.
I was screaming at her that I loved her and to stay with us, and just to keep fighting.
Sky died of her injuries. The traumatic attack unfolding in front of the family's children and a large crowd.
They saw things that they shouldn't ever have to see. And to see it with our own little girl.
Vancouver Animal Bylaw told CTV News people aren't legally obligated to stay at the scene of a dog attack, but it's considered the right thing to do.
Why not? What? But if there's an automobile accident, you have to stay there? What's the difference? What's the difference? Many times after a car accident, you're not as injured, you're not as hurt as you are when there's a dog attack. That's crazy. That's crazy. What is the law different for human beings? If the dog attacks a person, are they then required to stay at the scene of the crime? That is crazy.
Obligated to stay at the scene of a dog attack, but it's considered the right thing to do. One animal lawyer says punishments in these cases can vary.
It's possible that people could face anywhere from what you're saying is a city bylaw fine all the way up to criminal charges. So, and everything in between, and along with a civil lawsuit for damages.
The couple urging the person responsible to come forward.
It's just the right thing to do, regardless if she was the owner, if she was just a caretaker, to turn yourself in. I think it was a big coward move to just run.
Animal Bylaw says it's working with police on the investigation and has received several tips, but so far, no one's turned themselves in.
Now, this is universal. Everybody views that smaller dog as the victim. An innocent victim. Everybody. But if that were a human, they had to have provoked it. Well, what was your youngster doing? Did you have your eyes? Were you monitoring? Let's do an investigation. Let's see if anybody else have ever seen the dog be aggressive. If everybody says no, we're going to assume that the victim did something to provoke it and call it an accident. But it's really blaming the victim, only if it's a human. Nobody questions if the poodle, the small, tiny dog victim, provoked the big dog. No. See how that works? Do you see how that works? And this was another recent story, surfaced a day ago. All these are recent cases. This is like Nutter news. A woman recently was killed. They removed 23 Great Danes from one home. Wait a minute. Who keeps 23 Great Danes? Who does that? Okay, this is animation. This is bad. Okay? Butte County, California. 56-year-old Davina Corbin of Feather Falls. Multiple bite marks. They obtained a search warrant, investigated a house. She was found dead. And they found 25 Great Danes loose on the property. They captured 23 and turned them over. Why? See, not only can you have any breed you want, regardless of if you can control them, you can have however many you want. Because if you can't control one, but you're allowed to have it, you may as well have 25. You know, the dog is so powerful. It can attack anybody it wants. Anyways, your stupid leash ain't gonna stop it. It'll just drag you over to the victim. They understand you're powerless against that thing anyway. You see how people scared to even get too close once they go into attack mode. If you got one, you may as well have 25. That's what it is. Now, Great Danes are basically giant bully breeds. They're bully breeds. Bully breeds. I categorize them the same way as I do XL bullies. Just giant bully breeds. Same with the Cane Corso and some of those other giant mastiffs. And all dog lovers know this. That's why they laugh at pit. The pushback against pit bull bans is just for something for them to do, just to be seen, to get attention. They don't care about stuff like that. They know they can have a terrier or some other type of bully breed. They really don't care. It don't matter. It don't matter how these things are mutated. The only thing they care about is how deadly it is. And that's the thing. In so many ways, all groups in this country got this fixation with killing themselves, with death, with putting themselves in danger unnecessarily. Just like, hey, let's just do something that might wind us up in an early grave. Or deformed, come to dog attacks, you might live. But where's your face? Where's your face? Can you walk? Do you have all your limbs? What type of life is that? Why unnecessarily bring something like that upon yourself or that's insane, no matter how you look at it. It's no different from gangs. No different from street gangs. Drill rap, as bad as it gets, it's no different. Involving yourself in something deadly, unnecessarily, when many of you are geniuses, regardless of race. Many of these people who die young and old, geniuses. But you're deleted by the worthless mutt or the worthless bullet. Guns, popping guns, I don't respect that. I respect y'all have fighting contests, have boxing matches, see who really the toughest, right? I don't respect standing far away and hitting somebody. You just scared. You scared to get beat up. Just say it. You don't want to use a sword, shield. You got tired of using all of that because you scared of taking damage. So you want to be able to stand far away and throw something. I don't respect that. Don't respect that. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can pull a trigger, no matter how big or small you is. You can't respect that. Only thing you can respect is the willingness, how willing you are, and that's just dumb. And it just shows you don't value your life. You go randomly, hey, look how willing I am to shoot somebody. And you get shot yourself. You big dummy. Just jump off a bridge then. Don't risk nobody else. Like, you want to die that bad? You just want attention. These people need help. Now, these sick, crazy mentalities, these anti-life mentalities is being promoted in all areas. The world is losing its whole mind. Its whole mind. Everything is just, hey, let's do it. Let's just die. There's a fascination with people being willing to die. It's a wrap. It's a wrap for everybody. It's just as intense in dog culture as it is in gangs. And I'm talking all gangs from the 20s, whatever you talk about, the Italians, whatever. But at least understand it's worse today. What am I talking about? I plan on making a stream about this today. How different gangs today are from the old days. The old days, violence was almost always associated with business. Had to do with, hey, you owe me money, here's money. But today, they do it for sport. Hey, let's keep score. Two of you, we got to even the score. They just shoot for fun now. Just kill for fun now. Just for clout. Just for attention. That's not as sane as the other types of gangsters. Listen, both are bad for communities. Don't get me wrong, I'm just making a distinction. The old type of gangsters are a little more understandable, right? Okay? You trying to, because I understand some legit businesses will put hits on you too. Just because you work for a corporate business don't mean that somebody there won't touch you up or they won't get somebody else to touch you up. That happens as well. They're just not given the stamp of approval, and in some cases they are. Might as well be. So today it's just insanity. It's just for the willingness. And understand, both emerged around the same time. Dog culture and gangs. But gangs really started around the late 1800s and early 1900s. There was a lot different. There was an outgrowth of segregation back there. That's a whole different video. But there was some legitimacy with it. It was usually business interactions where something had to be in for, hey, you owe money, you promised, or whatever. Today, it's just for fun. Insane. You can't even compare it. You can't say, there's always been pro-death, violence, gangsters. No, we recently started losing our mind. It's starting around the 60s. Everybody. See, y'all caught up in divisions, race, religion, whatever, denomination, right? Hebrew Israelite, whatever you do. Y'all caught up in that, but everybody is getting the same medicine. There's another recent story surfaced a few hours ago. A youngster dies after a dog attack in Memphis, Tennessee. 2 dogs. Critical condition, fatality. This is real, and they calling it an accident. Nothing will ever be done about it. No matter how often it happens, if it's always called an accident, that is insane. That is insane. Like, where is their pro-life? Like, who don't want to? Life's short as it is. Most of us won't make it to 100. But even that's a short life. 100 years, that's not that long. Y'all want to cut it down to 20, and many of them younger than that. Many of them in their teens. And that's with the gangs. Look at gangs. Look at gangsters. Many of them, they're shooting at age 12, 13, 14, shooting people at that and getting shot at those young ages. But most of them don't shoot at youngsters. Inner dog culture. They got that. They got that covered. As a leader, all you're looking at is who's getting hurt in your society. You see that they're as young as 12, 13, 14, in gang culture. Let's say you fix that problem. Well, now you still got people being hurt, but much younger than that, down to zero. Okay, that's just as much of a problem, if not more of a problem. You understand? So, wake up. Wake up. There's something crazy and backwards going on right now. Y'all need to understand. There's another story. I don't even know where this came from. I don't remember saving it. This surfaced 3 hours ago. Woman seriously injured in Seaford dog attack 3 hours ago. All these are recent stories. Was this Delaware? Dog attack left woman in serious condition. Responded to a home. The woman exited the home as she was being attacked. So another one of those cases, just like that girl who came out of her apartment with a pit bull latched to her arm. One of those scenarios. See? Upon arrival, the woman reportedly exited the home as she was being attacked. She fell out the front door with a pit bull latched to her arm or face or whatever. That is what you see with dog lovers. People crawling out of elevators with pit bulls latched to them. You see a trail, you look down, so somebody got a dog latched to their face and they're crawling. Y'all need to stop this. I don't need to see stuff like that, and I definitely not trying to be a victim of nothing like that. Why can't we just exit stuff like that out of existence? Why not just go with the better option? Lord, the woman fell to the ground as the dog continued attacking, prompting an officer. The dog followed her outside. Yeah, it was just mauling her. Mauling her. And now understand, they got a call and the dog was still attacking her when the cop arrived. How long does it usually take for cops to show up? That's a long time. 10 minutes. I made this live stream and focused on, that's a very long time to be getting attacked. Look at this. The breed was not specified. We know what breed it was. We all know. Stop it. So this is a problem, okay? I'm not, none of us are dealing with opinion here. Y'all the one making these reports. You media outlets.
And only on 11, Fox 11, we are.
The combination of you media
And only on 11,
outlets,
Fox 11.
combination of you media outlets can attest to what I'm saying, what we're saying. Dog culture is a problem. It's a major problem in this world. And it's the biggest crime because it's not being looked at as a problem. It's constantly being exalted. Despite y'all constantly sharing these reports of murders, tortures, always tortures, the worst types of murders. Those are the worst types of murders. So in other words, no other type of murder trumps dog attacks. The worst way to die is to be tortured first. If some people die instantly when they're shot, I'd rather die instantly, wouldn't you? You hear 1 minute or second and boom, no pain, no nothing. Wouldn't you rather go like that? In your sleep, you don't feel nothing? Who wants to bleed out, be stabbed to death? These are the worst fatalities in the country. Say it with me. You know it. Say it, media. Huh? What other type? What's worse than this? And they're called accidents? How backwards is that? And y'all pamper the creatures that carry it out. And they're hideous, and their temper is accepted as normal. It's normal. Oh, a dog barking at you, lunging, you walking down the sidewalk. Just ignore it. They'll look at you like you're strange if you have a problem with it. Only dogs can do that. I made a whole video about that, right? Dogs barking, it's a crime. They're threats. Threats of violence. We know what they're barking for. And we've normalized it. You don't want to be around a dog. You have cynophobia. You have a social problem, a mental disorder. You need help. No, you need help. You need help. Y'all as professionals offer classes to desensitize your killers to make them not want to attack your youngsters. You need help, not me. And many of you don't even get that type of training. But I have the problem. I wouldn't surround my youngsters with nothing like that. But something's wrong with me. You don't think anyone should speak on behalf of people forced to live in homes like this, which are the most dangerous homes in America, seeing that these are the worst types of fatalities? I mean, seriously. Y'all allowed to just bring these things randomly into schools without parents' permissions? Killers. The most consistent killers of the students in those schools. But I got the problem. Who has the courage to argue that dog culture is not a problem? Which one of you? Dog advocates. Y'all know it's a problem. And you know we should not embrace it. But many of you, you have your little businesses, you make your little coin, fine. You should make it another way. Invest in another animal. Without dogs, people gonna need to focus on something. So they'll take anything available. Y'all know that's the right thing to do. But that will never happen. We need to accept that. The only thing that's realistic is to have dog-free spaces. It should have happened a long time ago. As despicable as these things are, it should have happened a long time. We should have all types of institutions. We should have a course in college. Should offer courses on this. Call it dog culture criticism. Have universities of dog culture critics. I'm telling you, it's an endless subject. The worst creatures. Name another animal that we have to worry about if we remove these types of attacks. We won't have to worry about nothing else in society. See, it's not till it happened to you or a member of your family will you reflect on that like you should. See, most of you think just because it hasn't happened to you, why should you care? Okay, and that's what the world, that's how they're going to treat you if it does happen to you. They're not going to care. Look at you like you stupid, right? And tell you to get over it. That's what dog culture does. And if they attacked your youngster, well, they probably provoked it. They probably deserved it, right? Crazy part of, in 65% of homes. And it's hard. honestly, it's hard to find dog lovers who are against killer dogs. Seems hard to find them. But I think pit bull awareness is a dog lover. And there's another guy on Twitter, Lou Hefner. I think it's Lou Hefner on Twitter. There's a lot of them. And they go hard against bully breeds. There's no excuse for bully breeds. And these have all been bully breeds that I've reported on. The Great Danes. You see what I mean? If it's not a bully breed.
A family is speaking out after.
If it's not a typical Staffordshire Terrier, Pit Bull Terrier, it'll be a Great Dane, Cane Corso, some type of Mastiff. It's almost always a bully breed. The breed bred for what? What were they bred for? You know what my problem is? I have no opposition. I have no one. Which one of you dog lovers dare challenge me? I want smoke now. Where are you content creators? You pro dog. Dismantle one of my arguments. Any of them. Take your pick. Anything I said, start to finish. Any one of my videos. I got a lot of content. I talk about a lot of stuff. I get on here and freestyle. A lot of people use notes. I don't even use notes no more. Don't need them. It's a waste of time writing down notes. Just talk. There's too much to even talk about. And I condemn every aspect of dog culture. Even fans of small dogs. I'm telling you now, they should be banned. And it's a legit argument. The fact that they're still a deadly threat is enough. Just like anything else deadly, anything else that could kill an infant would be banned. Especially if it's promoted as a toy and it's legal to have them inside the same home. No, you can't make that argument. Can't make that argument. They might not be a threat to us, but they've killed adults. There have been adults killed by packs of small dogs. I'm saying a lot. Y'all love dogs to death. Y'all know it. And you treat them like their life is more valuable than ours. And I'm saying they should be banned. All of them. Definitely all large dogs. All of them. For safety and health reasons. That's simple. Like, argue that anything else that we use on a daily basis should be banned. That would be difficult. You want to ban stoves? You want to ban refrigerators? I'm going to argue against that. Y'all are totally immersed in dogs. Dogs are with you day and night. They're your partners. I was about to say something else. And I'm saying they should be removed from society. They're the worst thing to happen to homes. I'm saying all of that. That's a loaded statement. And y'all think I'd be over here satiring. I ain't satiring. I'm dead serious. Where are my opponents? Everybody else got an opponent, got a counter argument. Many people base their channels on arguing against other people's narratives. Where are those people at with us? With any of us? I'm not talking about some goofball YouTuber. I'm talking about somebody serious. Nobody's even trying But yet dog culture is fixed into society. It's a whole science, and they even have professionals. Several levels of professionals, and nobody can offer a counter argument. No independent, no small time trainers or behaviorists, nowhere. And they're out here in droves. Everybody is a dog behaviorist. Everybody is a dog trainer. They're everywhere. Many of them are at low levels, but they got their little license, and they maybe got a YouTube channel, got a couple hundred subscribers. They're all over YouTube. Nobody, none of them. You got to understand, a lot of these dog trainers that are on YouTube, dog professionals, dog behaviorists that are on YouTube, got a much smaller audience than me. Many of them. There's a whole slew, a whole army of them with a much larger, much fewer subscribers than me. So even though they're legitimately trainers or whatever, it would be a come up for them to, hey, IHD, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm a professional. I got my license, behaviorist, this and that. Let me tell you how this is wrong, that is wrong. Nope, you don't hear from nobody. Nobody. That's groundbreaking. That's groundbreaking stuff. That's historic. That's legendary stuff right there. Y'all can't even oppose our narrative. No one. Not a veterinarian, not a behaviorist, no one. Okay? They should be banned. They should definitely be banned if there's youngsters. I'm telling all the law people, they violate the CHILD endangerment laws. Any lawyers out there disagree with that? Any people with law disagree with that? I'm saying, why aren't these people being charged with CHILD endangerment? You look at the laws. Dogs are a violation. I'm saying I can argue any of us will argue that dogs violate these laws. That's a loaded statement. We making all kinds of loaded statements over here. Nobody challenges us. We've been referred to by major media outlets. More than one. Haven't we? Oh, yes. Slate is a major media outlet. They referred to, who was it? Dog Free and My Channel. And you're telling me not one behaviorist, trainer, nowhere has said, hey, you're wrong about this, wrong about that. They should not be banned. Terrible. This is terrible stuff. Y'all gonna have to recognize this is a bad look for dog culture. Bad look for history. History is recording all of this. Of unopposed, loaded statements. Loaded statements. What? We are free to know the law, right? You can look up the CHILD endangerment laws, which means they shouldn't even be in the house. You shouldn't be allowed to have them. One of the first questions, they should be highly regulated, is what I'm saying, based on the laws. If you want a dog, based on the laws, we have to know if you have any youngsters in your home. If you do, you can't own a dog. And if you get caught, well, you're getting in big trouble. Okay? In what other way are the laws just constantly broken and just not applied? Does this happen in any other way? I'm very curious about that. If you have youngsters in home, you can't have it. You can't have it. It's got a mind of its own. You can have a pistol, you just can't have it in reach, right? Of them, right? Isn't that the law? You can't have it in reach of them. I don't know, or is it in the home? You can have them in home. They just can't be in reach. Dogs got a mind of their own. That's worse than anything. And these things, you telling me, got an instinct to want to attack everybody, first of all, no matter how old you are, big you are. They just want to attack, just to attack anybody. Just to establish all of your behaviors. Why aren't they banned based on their natural behavior within dog packs? Isn't that the extent of their mentality? How they behave in dog packs, since y'all saying that they view people in the home as same as they would their dog pack? Well, they fight members in their dog pack. That's a dog part of their behavior. A dog, that's how they establish rank. So based on that, they shouldn't be illegal. They're not safe. So many points, so many arguments, uncontested. That's a bad look for dog culture. Y'all gonna face that. Y'all gonna face that tonight. What's going on in here? We about to read comments in here. We're gonna stay here a while. Where are you? I'm looking at the chat room just in case you're wondering. So if any professionals want to say something, hey, you wrong about this, I'm gonna see your comment. I'm gonna respond to it. What's going on? Said dog nuts don't even realize that the beautiful places they go to are beautiful simply because there are no dogs there. Yeah. Dogs frequent anything, it ain't beautiful no more. Your grass is gone. That pretty much, it's not beautiful anymore. Dogs harm everything, any and everything. Those are loaded statements. They're bad for everything, the air, the water. Anything else threatened as many things dogs threaten, they get rid of it. You talking air contaminant, water contaminant, attacks everybody, but prefers young targets? Are you serious? Lord, what is going on? Precious, war on dogs? So they'll blame this on the number of dogs. There are 23 Great Danes. Who does that? I'm saying that's a mental problem. Psychologists? This crazy. I don't care if you got one. You got a mental issue. Isn't, just senseless, pointless risking of your life? Isn't that a sign of some type of mental condition? I thought it was. If it's not, I thought it was. Just for no reason. Let me risk being tortured to death. You got dog lovers falling out their front door with dogs latched to their faces. You can't make this. Isn't the better idea to not have it? What are you scared of? Look, some of y'all scared. I know some. Are you that scared? In general, people don't want to hurt you. It don't matter how small you are. Some of you. Oh, Lord. I know some people get bullied and it kind of traumatizes you. But in the adult world, you shouldn't feel like you need something that might kill you. That don't even make sense. Don't that defeat the purpose? You want to intimidate people and you want protection, but they might kill you. You think you got it, huh? You different from all the other people who got killed by their own dogs, huh? Okay. I don't think that's smart. I don't think that's smart. I mean, can you admit that you doing something that's not smart? Dog lovers, you with the bully breeds, you got these giant killer dogs. All you dog moms, you got these dogs. Are y'all willing to say that? Dog lovers, can I say, yes, I admit it's dumb? Can somebody say that? Are y'all willing to admit that you carry out a dumb lifestyle as far as risking your very life and your family's life? You got dogs, all kind of pit bulls, big bully breeds sitting up in the house. But you're doing it why? Tell us why. Why do you decide to do it anyway? Okay, now I've taken a poll. There's some dog lovers who follow the channel, who listen. Okay, I'm asking you, are you willing to admit you're doing something dumb? For whatever reason, you feel like you might be doing some weird stuff, okay? Let's just say that. You might be doing some weird stuff with that thing, which I'm not directing this to you, to that crowd. But whatever reason you have, it's dumb. Can you admit that? I don't care if you think it's your fur baby or if it's for protection or both. Can you admit it's dumb? Even if it's for, see, when you say it's for protection, most people say, oh, that makes sense. No, that's dumb too. Because they attack their owners all the time. They have a strong reputation of doing that, and they do it consistently. Very consistent. And it's usually like a woman. For the past few years, they've attacked more women than men. Owners. Well, I don't know if it's owners, but women in general. A lot of owners get attacked. That's dumb. Get something else to protect yourself that won't, on its own, attack you. And if it deletes you, it's going to torture you. That make it even more dumb. So it's useful for nothing. It's a dumb choice, and it stinks. It got all those other problems. What? Dog lovers don't even want to talk about it. That's the sad part. That's sad. I'm not trying to come down on dog lovers. I'm trying to understand what's going on. I wish I was a scientist and I could study their brain. That's what I truly want. What is going on up there? I feel good and comfortable with other things for protection. I feel most comfortable. If any of those things could attack me, it would be out of here. Why don't y'all just do that? Who cares? If it's your dog, you can have whatever you want done with your own dog. But it's just not. It's just about the dumbest thing you could possibly do. You know? And have it around. You think just because, and back in the days, you felt most safe if you raised it from a puppy. But today they're going out to shelters and getting already fully grown dogs and bringing them home around their family. That is insane. Psychologists, isn't that, why aren't y'all speaking against that? What good are you? If y'all don't speak against, they don't speak against anything in dog culture. The most they'll do is tell them to stop doing a challenge on TikTok because they're getting bitten in the face. But who needs to tell them stuff like that? Why aren't y'all talking to them about these mental issues that they put on full display? It's sad. It's sad. You say we need to raise awareness on xenophobia to go up against the PTSD faking emotional support dog people. Yes. dog allergies and cynophobia should be considered. What about cynophobia? Why doesn't, I'm arguing it should be illegal to bring these dogs randomly, willy-nilly up in the hospitals, really up in the grocery stores, because of cynophobia. It's a real thing. Y'all the one that established it. Why don't you act on it? Why don't they get laws in their favor, just like you've given these dog lovers laws in their favor? They shouldn't be allowed. If there's people who traumatize, why aren't they considered by law? You shouldn't be able to bring these things into schools, classrooms, libraries, dentist offices, hospitals, anywhere, any public place. Some people been attacked. Some of them could still be very young and vulnerable. You know, haven't mastered how to deal with that attack yet and still traumatized. They could be in that grocery store. They don't get no consideration from the law. That's insane. That's immoral. All this, everything I'm talking about is immoral. I'm talking about what's immoral about this country, this dog culture. You can just bring them willy-nilly up in there. Okay, you don't consider people who've been traumatized. What about the people with cynophobia? Which includes people that's been traumatized, but a whole lot more. What about them? That's an allergic reaction that you can't help. They even included, what was it, heavy breathing, some other cardiovascular something that happens with people with cynophobia. But any fear and, desire to avoid dogs is considered cynophobia. Well, why aren't they considered? And there's nothing wrong with it. And there's no need to try to make them want to be around dogs. That is insane. Where are you psychologists? Y'all don't stand behind this stuff. You got a whole group of people calling out specific things in your rhetoric. Lord, they have no counter. None at all. Cynophobia. Why would I want to... They desensitize humans the same way they try to desensitize dogs. Have y'all noticed that? They try to get your dog to not want to attack. So they put the dog in front of your youngster on a leash and restrain it for 5 hours. And to get rid of cynophobia, they want to get you around dogs. Look at them from a distance. And this, their suggestion, sit far away from them and stare at them. That's how they get rid of cynophobia. Just sit far, or take pictures of a dog and look at the pictures. I'm dead serious. So you sitting there looking at a sloppy-faced XL bully long enough until you don't feel afraid of it anymore. I'm dead serious. Look it up yourself. I'm to the point where I don't need to pull out nothing. You look it up yourself. Look at the photo of these bullies, right? Until you don't feel afraid, until you can look at them in real life from far away. Just stare at them, get closer, get closer, get closer. Now try to touch them. I'm dead serious. This is one of the ways they try to get rid of cynophobia. It's almost cartoonish. I know people who've never heard of it probably can't believe it. Yes. Yes. Eventually touch it. Now you're cured of cynophobia. Y'all should be embarrassed to have something like that. Academically, y'all should be embarrassed to have something like that on your books. I'm not sitting nowhere staring at no mutt. No, thank you. No, thank you. Y'all don't understand how disagreeable we are. That's disrespectful too, as almost as if you don't respect our decision to not want to be around these things. You really think we're dumb enough you can flip it on us and tell us we got a mental disorder? Wow. I'm worried. I'm not trying to make y'all feel stupid. I'm worried about you. I got to share this earth with y'all. I don't want people that insane, around me like that. No wonder the world is so crazy. What is going on? This is too much. Yes, I welcome detractors. I know that if I don't have opponents, arguments, counter arguments in the comment section, if I don't have them in the chat room, then I wouldn't have them if I opened up the phone lines. Understandably, dog professionals, dog advocates, they don't want to argue that dogs belong in society, that they're safe in society, that it's smart to have them in society. They represent our regression. They really do. They're just the willingness to have people experience something like dogs. That represents your primitiveness, and it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. We should move past that. It's very nasty. I don't understand why dogs are not such a violation health-wise that they're not allowed in the grocery stores. What is the deal with that? What is the deal with that? The creation of these air purifiers, if it's true, what Dog Culture Review read on that the purifiers crank up their intensity when a dog simply walks into the room, immediately discovering stuff like that, we should start talking about laws where they're not allowed in the grocery stores. People are tracking enough dog into the grocery stores on the bottom of their feet, on their clothes. We don't need the direct source of that stuff walking through grocery stores. And allergic reactions. What about people with allergic reactions? And you bringing them into hospitals? That's insane. And they never wipe them down every 5 minutes. They let that out the bag. Right? So we can hold all other hospitals to that same standard. You never see them doing that, wiping those dogs down. They're not. They bring them right out to the garage and into a hospital, grocery store. And they do it for attention. As somebody else pointed out. To bring these things into grocery stores all for attention. That's a mental problem. This is what I'm talking about. That's a mental problem. Being promoted, intensified by music, media, everybody brainwashed. That's what it is. That is what it is. It's sad. Why do people have to be brainwashed? Right? Why do lyrics have to be so negative? Most people just love the beat anyways. It's all about the melody of a song. It really don't matter what you talk about, as long as you use a fancy style with nice word play. Why? A lot of questions. Am I the only one worried about people? Just like, at least in the United States. Let me speak for the United States. This country is just, it's sad. It's hard to find sane people these days. You know? People got their head on right. Not into some pro-death madness. People are always, it's like they're not satisfied unless they're risking their life. Like, really? Like some of those people who would do 100 down to 25. For what? For what? You, in these modern gangs, you just want to shoot a op. For what? For what? You might get caught, might go to jail, might get shot yourself. For what? People just want to die. Live out in the suburbs, gated community, pretty safe out here. Let's get a killer. Let's allow it to live inside the home. Now everybody is in danger. Defeat the whole purpose. You go to school all those years, maybe grad school, whatever, get your PhD, MD. You made it. Now you in the suburbs, gated community. All that for that safety, only to sacrifice it. Cut yourself in the throat. Let's go get a pit bull or two. Let's get a Great Dane. Real smart. Real smart. You better get you a pistol, some nunchucks, and be happy. Like, at that point, what are they for? You gotta question all of this, man. Gotta question all of this. Then y'all have them around the youngsters. Insane. And you notice how there's never any like growth of, no outgrowth of different perspectives. This anti-dog. Like they never start to question on their own how smart it is to have these things around, young people. With as many stories have surfaced of how they just dart out at them on sight. Which, clear as day, common sense tells you that they view them the same way they view small little dogs. They do the same to both on sight, most of the time. Right? Most of the time. The most attacked demographic is age 5 to 9, but in some parts of the country, it's younger than that. Younger than 5 in some parts of the country. And it used to be, on average, younger than that. So, they see them walking and attack. And that, if you ask me, that's crazy. To have that be the most attacked demographic, and they're called accidents. And the act of having them around young victims like that is encouraged, promoted, even in Hollywood, in everything, and everywhere. Ads, they do it when they don't have to. And not only that, they'll have them hugging the dogs. You see that on the ASPCA website. You see it everywhere. Hugging the dogs. And you can find at least a dozen so-called behaviorists, but at least they're right about that, right? We've seen a lot of dogs attack when you try to hug them, right? But there are a lot of behaviorists who are out here who say that they'll attack you. They don't like to be hugged. Yet, you look all over and you see them doing that. Now, I'm just wondering if they'll be doing it on here. There are ASPC ads. where they, I cannot stand this. Terrible. Well, at least they don't. Who is it? The Kennel Club? They got those crazy. I don't even want to show them, to be honest with you. Horrible for society. It's crazy how over there in India, they had to gather up, the helpless and take them to the police station and hold a rally asking them to do something about the dogs. Now, they're under the control of Britain, if I'm not mistaken, right? So, I believe Britain has say-so, and they're saying don't touch the dogs. Don't touch the dogs. Don't matter how many of them attack you. Don't hurt them. You're not allowed to cull them. Not allowed to get rid of them. They can get rid of you. Everywhere, no matter where dogs are. They don't fit into society. Think of, who was it? Korea? Was it Korea who banned dogs? I think as pets. My video showing up. What was that? Oh, snap. Okay, they eat dogs in Korea. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a bad idea. Now, understand, I wouldn't suggest or advise people to eat dog meat, but some people are willing to eat it. That's just what it is. Willing, and they do eat these things. There was a video that I had saved that I've lost. I believe, wait a minute here. People. Wow. PTSD. Granny ESA dog. Let's see here. Oh, wow. Okay. Somebody in the chat room brought up a good point that I never talked about before. Service dogs for PTSD are granted specific rights under the Americans with Disability Act, Air Carrier Access Act, and Fair Housing Act. Under the ADA, PTSD service dogs are allowed access to public places where other dogs may be prohibited, such as restaurants, stores, and hotels. But what about people with cynophobia? Isn't that just as much of a disability? What about those people? I got cynophobia. I don't want to be around them. And I don't want to be cured of cynophobia. I want it. What about me? Why can't we have places where dogs are not allowed? Just like they can go into, let there be stores that allow these people to bring dogs into. At the same time, let there be certain stores they can't go into. See what I mean? Make 2 different stores, 1 big store. That store for dogs, no dogs allowed in that store. Is that the future? I think that should be the future. No dogs allowed in this part of the city would be nice, right? Make whole cities no dogs allowed. Yeah, let's just stop playing games. Let's stop playing games. We need a whole city. Look, I take my tax dollars, build a wall. I'm dead serious. Build a wall just for dogs. Keep them out. Have people at the border, right? There you take the tax dollars, right? We'll be good. We need whole cities. Because I want to be able to walk down the street. You know, walk. I miss that. I miss doing that. I do it now. I mean, I can do it now, but be honest, I don't want to go through the headache of shooting a dog. You know? Because I'd have to stay armed, and I might shoot a dog. Now I got to go to court, all this stupid stuff. I don't want to go through that. I believe it helps your sanity to be able to walk through, just walk. Take long walks. That lady that was recently killed, she was taking a walk. Did I show that? She was taking a walk. Oh, no. Yeah, it was a different lady. Right here. Yeah, she was taking a walk. 56-year-old. So many attacks when people take walks. Black Hawk Trail. Yeah. A lot of people refuse to take walks. You don't think that's sad? It messed with your head sitting at home. All because of dogs. Some of these people who get attacked, now they're traumatized. And that's why they don't take walks no more. A lot of those types of people would move to a dog-free city. Why not? Especially, if they could. Terrible. Parks. I don't want dogs at parks. And I wouldn't go to no park right now. Knowing how nasty they are, it's dog everywhere. At parks, everywhere you go, there's dog. It's best not to go. They destroy the earth. That's how bad they are for society. You can't have a lawn. You can't walk barefoot on grass. I heard that helps you, like your brain and your neurological system, to walk on grass barefoot. You really want to try that now? That's dangerous. With dogs in society, that's dangerous. That's one of the points where a lot of parasites enter into your body through the soles of your feet. Yeah, you don't want to be doing that. I want to be able to go into anybody's home like I used to, comfortably. That's a big reason why I would prefer dog-free cities where I could feel like a normal person again. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is to be normal, in my opinion. To say, hey, to just go over random people's homes. They invite you in for a drink or dinner or whatever, or you have new neighbors. You want to welcome some neighbors into a neighborhood. You go over their home, you bring them a fruit basket. Maybe go inside their home. Not if they have dogs. It's not happening. It's not happening. You can't just mingle with people like that. So you in a way, you can't live a normal life unless you're in a dog-free society. That's what we need. That is what would be best, if you ask me. I don't want to see dogs. I don't want to hear them. Could you imagine? No barking, no dog, nothing. Even the police should be dog-free. We don't need dogs. I don't even think people who would live in a dog-free city would be as criminalistic anyways. Honestly. Yes. That's normal in my book. To be able to sit in a classroom, nobody's going to bring a dog in. Restaurant, grocery store, don't got to worry about dogs. And could you imagine? I bet you even in that city, the air would be cleaner. Water would be cleaner. Why hasn't, the health department said anything or done anything about the contamination of our water after they found out that dog waste is the biggest contaminant? But now we got more dogs. Since that was shared, we got a lot more dogs today. And we wonder why we're getting sick. And different diseases popping up every other weekend. He says a dog barking right now. That's terrible. I hear locusts. I love locusts. Right? I think they're locusts. They make the noise, that loud, piercing noise. They don't bother you. The sound doesn't bother you. No matter how long I hear it, I enjoy hearing it. I'm not sure if that's what they are. They make a real loud noise. I think they're locusts. They got them, a lot of them here in Ohio. But as loud as it is, it doesn't bother me. I love the sound of it. Birds, crickets, water, sound of anything, any other sound is pleasant to our brain. If you ask me, our nerves, right? It's pleasant. It works. I think it's therapeutic. It has to be therapeutic. Therapeutic. It feels therapeutic. The sound of locusts, birds, crickets feels therapeutic. Not barking. No. No. And, you know, the fact that wild dogs generally chirp like birds help hammer that point home, if you ask me. That's right. Barking is not normal. It's not normal. It's dumb. Gives up your location. They do it to intimidate and threaten. Wow. It's just nothing normal about them. It's sad. Just horrible. Yeah. And the stench, man. Once you get repelled by that smell, you just can't randomly go into people's home. Just can't do it. And it's sad because I remember some of the ways that dog owners invited me into their home, and I accepted. But it would have been an unpleasant experience if I would have told them no. So that makes people not want to befriend dog lovers at all. And that's too bad. That's too bad. Now, it helps to say, hey, I'm allergic, blah, blah, blah. A lot of people are quick with that. Like, hey, yeah, can't go around dogs, I'm allergic. But you got to say what you got to say. Boy, you go inside of their home, that dog's going to be roaming around. Why would you do that? And look at the laws, how if you get attacked inside that home, nothing happens to the owner. You're on their property. So that's a bad idea. It's actually, based on the law, a bad idea to go in a dog lover's home. Think about that. These things are so despicable. That is crazy. Now, if the dog runs out the house, leaves its property, and attacks you, now you can press charges. But not if you go inside that home. So you better not go inside that home. So it's not some nasty suggestion on my part telling people not to go inside these people's home. Avoid them. We have all the right to avoid them. You go inside of there. You sit down. That stinking dog is going to be roaming around thinking it owns the place, and it's going to try to bully you. It's going to come right up to you, stare at you, which is a threat. Okay? And the owners are not going, they're going to look at it as not a big deal. They want it to get all over you, be all up in your face, and they really want you to start rubbing on it. No, thank you. And dog lovers, y'all don't want nobody inside of your house like that anyways. You don't want nobody inside your house just going to be treating your dog as if it's nasty. Because that is what we would do if we were find ourselves in that situation. But we wouldn't even go in there. So that's not good for society. That's not good for people to be repelled. I don't want to be repelled by people like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want there to be any home. If there's a friendly person in a home, I want to be able to go inside that home and invite anybody in my home. I can't invite dog people in my home. Some people want to bring their dogs in my. It's not happening. No, it's your dog. Please, no thanks. I don't want to go through experiences like that. That'd be one of the benefits of a dog-free city, dog-free society. We could function like normal humans again. It's bad for dog lovers and dog culture critics. Dogs. Notice how in all cases, it's the dogs that's coming in between the people. They're horrible for society. Horrible. They're one of the biggest reasons people fall out. K-Nun made a video, he shared an article where there's like 2,000 times over a lifetime, a dog will cause over 2,000 conflicts or arguments between a couple. And this was in an article. They're horrible for human relationships, dogs are. Now, even dog lovers have fallen out. Their dogs get in a fight. So they have fallen outs with other dog lovers and with people who don't like dogs. And the problem is the dogs themselves. So people can't even have normal relationships because of these dumb dogs. That's bad. That's bad for us as a species, because we're not supposed to operate like that. Nothing's supposed to be in between our social interactions. You know, nothing's supposed to hinder it. Throw it, monkey wrench in it. That's all dogs do. It cause us to interact socially in a dysfunctional way, in a way we're not supposed to. They're not supposed to even be an equation. We're supposed to treat them like an enemy. Why not, just be normal? That's why we can't evolve. That's why they keep running dumb experiments on us. We just keep accepting dumb stuff. That's scary. That's scary. No matter what, they're having fun with it at this point. They throwing absurd things at the general public at this point, because they see we just accepting anything. And the pushback that we do offer, get ignored. Nothing happens. Nothing but a bunch of talk. But man, I have a grim outlook on the future of this country and of humanity in general. Boy, oh boy, no matter where you look, there's like complete insanity. But we're the only ones dealing with dog culture. How does that work? How does that work? When I say we, I talked about us here on the internet, YouTube, and a few other outlets got websites. But it's just internet. The media is not on board with us. That's the crazy part. Media talk about everything else. The bringing of certain people into schools and stuff like that. They're like public issues or problems in society. But the media doesn't even deal with the opposition to dog culture. That's crazy. So it's up to us. We're all alone dealing with this. And dog lovers keep dropping. Not only dog lovers, but innocent bystanders. Us. Some of these people who've been attacked have actually been dog culture critics. Man. yeah, we have to ban them somewhere at least. You know? Say national action to ban dogs. Yeah, why not? They have to be banned somewhere at least for people with all these afflictions. See, they have fun making up stuff. So they started getting creative. And they thought, oh, xenophobia. Well, if you're making all these, coming up with all these conditions, well, you're actually identifying a certain sector of society. People who don't want to be around dogs, but you're saying it's actually a mental disorder? Stop it. Stop it. If they can just say stuff like that, we need to lobby to get these things banned. The thing is, with Hollywood on board, that lets you know that the elite is on board. The elite, pushes dogs. So they're not going nowhere. That's the thing. Think of all the movies, the pro-dog movies. So if Hollywood on board, then the government's on board. The corporations who run the world are on board with dogs. The best thing you can do in a situation like that is to lobby for dog-free spaces. Give them something else to invest in. Invest in that. It's a guaranteed sale. And whatever is dog-free. The first person, I just haven't done it yet. The first person to make a dog-free, or there may already be one, a pet-free dating website. There might be there's either Facebook group or a Reddit group, right? For dating. But definitely, let's just say dog-free dating website. That'll blow up. The people who sign up for it will never cancel their membership. They ain't going nowhere. Nowhere. When it comes to dating, the critics, dog culture critics, we're not dating dog lovers. That's a guaranteed sale. Guaranteed. Dog-free anything is preferred. Be careful with fast food. You better limit that. Limit your fast food. People up there in the kitchen, some of them have dogs in their cars. They'll be in the kitchen, have a dog in their car, go home on break, or they get dog, even though the dog itself not in the car, they got dog in the car. They go sit in their car, come right back in, start handling food. Don't do it. And understand that dog hair and dander could be anywhere, because they grab lettuce, they grab tomatoes. That stuff could be inside your sandwich. Don't think you can just open it up and dust it off. You just can't eat that stuff. And I'm just saying, it might be a big reason why you might get sick. Yeah, we got to be careful with getting sick, especially nowadays. In your older years, you got to be careful with that. Dogs are the worst. I think they get us sick more often than anything else. Sad world. We need anti-dog spaces and and everything that come with it. All right, let me get out of here. I've been on here too long. I've just sat here passing time, if y'all haven't noticed. And I will see y'all on the next live stream as we continue with this crusade.